All right, before I talk about my topic of choice in this video, I wanted to show a new sponsor I have. Hi, fellow Adventure Quest gamers. I wanted to introduce you to a new class that brings you the Adventure Quest Mage Casting Couch class. For those that will take this class, you will learn what are the best spells to use, what the best strategies are to use, how best to replenish your mana, and finally why Wallbreaker mechanic is fucking stupid. Now, some of the prerequisites to sign up will be you need more than 0 intelligence. This includes in real life, so you can't be a fucking dumbass, and you must submit to Groupthink Mind Virus. Because we will tell you what to think, how to play like a good little soldier zombie fuck. Now, for only $10 a month, your soul, and a picture of your mom, you can join the Mage Casting Couch program. Now, everyone, please hurry for a limited time only. The first 25 to sign up will get a picture of Korriban's feet and a voyeur vid of Gibby doing push ups. So join now, folks! Get it while it's hot. In this video, I wanted to talk about the dev ticket item release. So we had the top 5 that all won custom art, but they got to choose a functional clone of an existing item. With the caveat that there was a chance that there would be nerf to the item because they'd be involved with the code. They would go ahead and review for balance and see if there was any adjustments that need to be made. Actually, 2 of the items did have some adjustments made, and I'll go over that here shortly. But I picked up 3 of the items. One of the 5 was not released. Night Angel's a weapon was not released, and it is basically it's a charisma weapon that is just like Ancient Mother Staff and Independence Dagger, but for wind element. Supposedly, he could decide to release it to the public anytime he wants, and so I think eventually we'll see it. But basically, what staff decided was to put them all in the token weapon shop here. And so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to just show the art. It doesn't really show the whole art of the one weapon that I did not pick up, which was Corvid's weapon. And his is a functional clone of the Devoured. I forget the name of it. The Devoured something. It's auto hit with heal. The original weapon was Earth Element. He picked, and there was 3 different variants. It wasn't MRM toggleable. He picked the melee variant. He likes to play warrior. I don't really typically play warrior, so but his is basically a light melee auto hit that heals. But this is the art here. Pretty nice looking art, very, very good art. All the artwork on all the items are pretty good. Again, this weapon right here toggles to auto hit and heals. They did change how it works, but it's not a nerf or a buff. I think technically it may actually be a buff because you can stack heal resistance and it'll actually increase its heal now, whereas before it did not do it. All right, so all of these items are 5,940 tokens, pretty standard cost. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go into the actual items here. Let's see. The first item I'm going to talk about was the number 1 item. It was Gwen's, and this is a multi-mall clone. And so the art is actually following your custom armor. So this will actually change colors as it matches your custom and the new custom color section. Very, very sick, fantastic art. There's a lot of intricacies in here. Very, very good. But this item was technically nerfed. Before it had plus or minus, you got to toggle between plus or minus 15% BTH on both sides of the field. So, like on negative BTH, so the monster got it, your pet and guest got it, you got it. Plus 15 BTH, same thing. Now, the weapon was changed. It was rumored to change to only affect the weapon. I don't know if I should get credit or not, but I kept bringing it up that when Multimall was released, that there were numerous mages using it to enhance their spells. There were beastmasters using it to enhance their pets and guests, whether it be give them more accuracy, like in the beast mage, or um, increasing damage if versus low MRM monsters, stuff like that. But this change actually is now plus or minus -10. It no longer affects the monster, and it no longer affects healing. Before it would affect healing, so you would get like a double dip boost. Like for example, phase would do like or like maybe a monster like a pet or a weapon or something. Maybe you would heal based on damage. Maybe it would like be like a mosquito pet would hit harder, therefore on a negative BTH. Therefore, you would get increased healing, and then it would the heal hit would hit, and you'd get double dipped healing. So there were some problems there. But now it's just your entire side of the field, but it removed the effect on healing. Now I will tell you, so mages and beastmasters that are not this is a melee weapon that are not they haven't trained strength can still use it, but there are some instances where this change is actually better for a lucky beast mage. Before, no, hear me out. Before, so one of the meta, it's a mainstay, is to use Creature 72 on panic mode, and then phase immediately eats the panic for increased heals, especially with Optico, right? Before, when you had the negative 15 BTH, what would happen would be Creature 72 would be less accurate and would be missing a lot, especially on a lucky beast mage who already lacked the BTH for pets and guests. And then, even if it landed phase, so phase would have increased um, heals. However, the panic was not landing very often with. I mean, you're probably looking at 40 or maybe even the upper 30s on BTH if you weren't like charisma boosting or finding some other ways to increase your BTH, like through def loss and whatever. So um, it really wasn't that helpful for lucky beast mages. Now, since this doesn't affect healing, you can now take this item and actually give your pet and guest increased BTH. Now, the stat revamp is very near, so this isn't going to be a huge thing pretty soon. But now you can actually increase your BTH of your creature 72 by 10. And then because it's landing more often, the panic is inflicting. And then it doesn't really matter on phase. Heals now because it's not going to be less like it would before on the plus BTH mode. So you're getting more accuracy to inflict, but then your heal doesn't get decreased. And so there are some instances, like I just said, where uh, the healing portion of phase is not affected. All right, so I'm not going to do too much here. You can spell cast, you can use it for pets and guests and whatnot. All right, so the next item, let's go ahead and skip over to, let's just do the practice trainer and make it easy. So the next item, I'm just going to show off Rainy's weapon. It's a Granddad clone, but it's Ice Element. And so it's the same thing. Um, you get 3 times Lucky Strike damage on Lucky Strike. So it is ice, and there's not a lot of support for enhanced rates on ice specifically, but you can still imbue. You can still use Fire Dragon Talon, and you can still um, stack Time Killer or use Shield Cakes and increase your hyper crit. And so um, it's just, for a lot of warriors, it's just a second option. The art's pretty nice, very, very good art. Um, Nice little intricate little things in here. It's another melee weapon. Like I said, it's a granddad clone. So the granddad thing has become a meta now. A lot of warriors are just stacking hypercrit and just doing like 15,000 damage per hit and shit like that. So this is the new item here for uh, warriors. All right, so I'm gonna move on to the final item here. So this one's actually magic. So this was like the communicant's magic weapon, except it's darkness. And so being the magic version, it actually will heal your MP or SP or both, depending on what you have. So I believe what it does is, like, let's say your MP is completely full, then it will double the SP heal. And then if your SP is completely full, it will double the MP heal. So just to kind of demonstrate here, so I'm going to full heal. And then let's go ahead and get rid of my pet guest here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cast Snake Master Strike. This costs 915 MP and it's a darkness spell. So I should have 915 removed from the 2632. And so that should leave me, let's do some quick math here. 2632 minus 915 is going to put us at 1717. But I'm holding this weapon. Let me get into a different armor here. All right, so I should have 17, but I cast the darkness spell, and then it'll do an MP heal because my SP is full. So I'm up to 1919 or 1997. So it basically gave me about 280 MP. Um, so I was able to reduce the MP cost from 915. Is it 915? Is that what I said? Down to 635, which is actually under a standard spell cost of 653. So that's what this is doing here. And so you can also do things like hop in Necromancer. So Necromancer has some shenanigans, as we all know. So let's see. I haven't changed over to Spellcaster Lean and all that, so let me do that real quick. So Necromancer has a couple of free spells inside of its armor here under Grasp Essence. And so you can actually, so like this stuff is free, so you could actually heal for free, and then at the end I'll gain another, bunch of MP. Or I could, let's see, where's Grasp Essence again? So I could heal my MP through Grasp Essence, and then it will heal my SP. And so there's a bunch of that kind of stuff that you can do with this weapon. If your MP is full, let's go with Bard here. So this is going to be a spell-based skill. So my MP is actually full, so I should get a double heal on SP. So that 490. So as you can see, let's see what the battle log shows here. So the battle log should be somewhere in here. Heal 208. So, the skill costs 490, and then I was able to heal 208 SP. So it only costed me 282 SP in this case, as long as my MP remains completely full. And so there's some case uses here where you can take advantage. It'll heal both if both are below 80%. And so it's kind of a nice little weapon. And there's also a misc called the Teapot Misc. There's a darkness misc that you actually click it and it casts a darkness spell that's free. It's a free spell, and it gets end stats, um, and it does paralyze and bleed. And because it's free, you can actually, like if you have a full MP, you just click it and you'll just get 208 SP every time you click it. And so, or your SP's full and you need some MP, you'll get 200 something MP per click. So there's some items in the game that can really kind of take advantage of it and provide some shenanigans with it. It's pretty nice to basically only have this cost 282 SP, and then you can regen your 98. So it's really just under 200 at the end of the day. So um, some items in the game that you can take advantage of with it, like I've showed you. But that's the dev ticket items in a nutshell. Again, Night Angel's Wind, Ancient Mother Staff, isn't out yet. At some point, I'm sure he'll release it. And then once I get it, I'll probably do some showcasing, partnering with like Wishweaver stuff and mosquitoes and stuff like that. So looking forward to that. Hopefully, from what I understand, it's a little handheld like doll, little quote unquote night angel looking doll, which to me seems like a pretty sick idea. But believe it's like black and purple colors, so really really cool. But that's it for this video. I just wanted to show off the dev ticket items. I don't know if staff is going to do that again this summer, so just keep that in mind. They probably will. It was pretty successful. Took them forever to get these out, but hopefully they'll continue to run these token contests like they always have, which incentivizes a lot of buying and competition, and everyone sort of gets benefit from it as long as you're playing the game, having 10 characters, saving one battle a day, and all that kind of stuff. But that's it for this video.